Halfway down the film, we hear Radhika Apte's ACP Naidu explaining to Rajkumar Rao's Jayant how backstory should be best left free-flowing. Wherever they appear too tight and seem flawless, the doubt of the legitimacy increases. Thoda khulla chhodne ka, she says. And boy, that is exactly what this new film by Vasan Bala is. Monica Oh My Darling is such a relishing viewing experience that reminds us why we are in love with the movies in the first place. It is not only about the story, not about the craftsmanship and performances alone, or the message or social relevance if at all, but that world of make-believe that plays in front of our eyes that we relate to based on individual connections. And Monica Oh My Darling has got it all, whichever connection you would love to latch onto. And then there is this confidence of never taking itself seriously that makes this film so cool, quirky, and enjoyable affair. So here we are, talking about Monica Oh My Darling that's now streaming on Netflix, a film that you must watch, and then come back for this analysis. But then, this isn't a film that thrives on plot points to be spoiled by facts. But the choice is yours. Before we go there, here requesting some more love in terms of likes, shares and subscriptions. We are nearing the milestone of 10k subscriptions, and with your support, we can get there by this month. Thank you for being there with us all this time. Woven around the corporate house named Unicorn, the film is a tale of snake and ladder game among some key players of the company. Perhaps the paradox starts there itself, as we watch this company named after an exotic animal of imagination, manufacturing robots. Or perhaps the name stands for the fantasies one has about these corporate houses, as we watch how grief, commitment, or humility are all but facades of the people running these firms. He gave me a presentation and I understood everything, says Satyanarayan Adhikari, the CEO, about Jayant, the tech man behind Unicorn's robots. He makes him a board of director, even if apparently one of Jayant's robots have malfunctioned and caused the death of Dev Prakash, one of the other technicians. But the presentations always sell in a corporate world, and there we have Jayant as one of the director and shareholder of Unicorn. And who takes the onus of the mishap and gets fired? A certain Faridi Beg, the only Muslim character of the film, as the world of Unicorn and its robots doesn't appear to be much different to the real world we live in today. Coincidental? Maybe, but that only deepens the layers of this film. It is this subtle take on how a corporate functions that is the base on which the film develops as we watch men scavenge through shit to save their backs. Well, yeah. Hope you get how absurd that is when put on paper. And guess what? The film actually has a scene of Rajkumar Rao rubbing on bird shit to save himself. And that's the fun. You laugh out loud and then you realize how multifaceted the screenplay of Yogesh Chandekar and director Bala is, as they consistently harp on the paradoxes of our time, but never on the face, never letting go of the enjoyment quotient. And as these corporate games play in the background, dealing on much bigger crimes, there's more surface level offenses we also witness. The man stealing Jayant's cycle, the taxi drivers always denying the rides, or that man on his vehicle indifferent to the bike theft that's happening in front of him. When we watch the film for the second time, these images that come one after the other stayed with us. The crimes of the mass and the crimes of the class that construct our society, as Rajkumar Rao, as Jayan Arkhetkar, connects both worlds. The incorruptible middle class boy, an outsider to the corporate world who becomes one of them easily. Not only for his skills and expertise, but also for his crimes and dishonesty. Monica, played by the riveting Huma Qureshi as the obscure object of desire within Unicorn, is perhaps a metaphor for this crime, corruption, and compromises that runs through everyone in the company. She blackmails all of them. Or does she? As it only suggests that all of them had something to be blackmailed about. Pursuit of money, power, or sex. Babies born out of greed that the men try to hush up. And guess what? Jayant, who for his present societal status throws away the apparently cheap watch his friend presents him, gets down to a petty theft when it is about saving himself. The crimes of the mass and the crimes of the class, all connected, as we say. So it's not surprising that you hardly watch the actual deaths as they happen, as this is a film more about the road to the eventual culmination and less about the facts around it, like any other average noir. And that's exactly how the film leaves us towards the end. The mass and the class. The focused and the support finds another intelligent layer in the film's screenplay and casting. The entire film, the ripple effects, is set into motion by the hero's sister. Perhaps the most ignored and sacrificed character of Hindi cinema. The film starts with beautiful frames of Zain Marie Khan playing Rajkumar's sister Shalu, wishing us Happy Diwali. And the crackers do not cease bursting from there on. Monica Oh My Darling is a film that's as much about the supporting cast and characters as it is about the bigger names and roles. Or perhaps even more. There's the always effortless Shukan Goel as Gaurav observing everyone from a distance. We are reminded of John Goodman from Barton Fink as we are reminded how we ignore stories nearby and fail to acknowledge people close to our roots in our pursuit for the distant. And then they eventually come to haunt. There's Akanksha Ranjan Kapoor featuring in the funniest sequence of the movie, getting her due for the talent she is. There's Bhagavathi Perumal and Sikandar Kher, giants partners in crime to supremely talented actors who always get hidden within the ensemble. And there's Shiva Randani, the immortal Captain Zatak from Hum, and so many other 90s flicks as the film constantly nods to the fun and memories the character artists bring in for Hindi cinema. And then Monica Oh My Darling goes on to create one such character that we will remember for ages. Radhika Apte as ACP Naidu is a blast. She has always been a powerhouse of a performer, but here in this collaboration with Bala, Radhika's eccentric ACP should find her place in the pop culture like Gulshan Devaiya's Karate Money and his brother Jimmy from Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota. Huma Qureshi lights up every scene she is in. She's amazing as Monica with so many shades to her character that she so brilliantly portrays. Rajkumar Rao's casting as the prime face of the film completes this amazing casting, a theme of its own. Someone who started with similar supporting casts before emerging as one of the best of his time and with back-to-back great performances as this new film adds onto his oeuvre. And did we say that? Even if you put all these aside, there's still so much fun left in the movie. It's the nods, the winks, the references to cinema, as Vasan Bala's love for the medium comes oozing out in all frames. The Easter eggs are never to suggest how clever the creators are, but just out of pure enjoyment of the making and casual flirting with the cinephiles within the audience. Look at this frame of the resident list of the staff quarter, a nod to all those directors Vasan loves and pays homage in the film in different ways. And among them is Sarika Vartak, the name of Urmila's character in Ek Hasina Thi, the debut feature of Sriram Raghavan, whom Vasan keeps on acknowledging in the film. Thoda khulla chhodne ka. We are reminded that this clever, quirky and casual beauty of filmmaking keeps on a constant smile on your face as you watch Monica Oh My Darling. You think about the philosophical reasons for the name of unicorn like we mentioned in the beginning, and then we watch the flying robot on Giant's t-shirt and is reminded of the organization's name from the Flying Robo Doordarshan serial. It was Unicorn. If you start going for these references, you can watch the film couple of times more as they keep on coming. From Johnny Gaddar to Kamine, My Cousin Vinny to Psycho, and back to his world of Mard Ko Dard where we find Surya is still hydrating and Supri is still her kick-ass self. But it's how these facts, references and philosophies that merge together effortlessly into this film's subtext without any heavy-handing that's to be watched out for. And then that music and score by Achint Thakkar transporting you to the good old politically incorrect days of Bollywood. Such pure audio-video bliss in Hindi cinema after so long. You know what? As we keep on lauding the film, the wish to watch it once more grows within. Let's finish this here and get back to Netflix and rewatch Monica Oh My Darling. Perhaps we'll come out with more to say. That is all from us today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.